Hello and welcome to today's session. We are going to learn about HTML images. HTML image tag is used to embed an image in a web page. Images are not technically inserted into a web page. Images are linked to web pages. The image tag creates a holding space for the referenced image. The image tag is empty. It contains attributes only and does not have a closing. It doesn't have a closing tag. The image tag has two required attributes. Number one is the source. The source specifies the path to the image. And number two is the alt. Alt specifies an alternate text for the image. Let us go ahead and look at it. In our folder, go ahead and create another folder written images. Inside the image folder, you can go ahead and insert these three pictures. You will find them in the description below and attach them to your work. We are going to specify where our image or the image that we want to insert is coming from. So this image is inside our folder. So we are going to write our folder name, which is images, and backslash, and then we are going to write the picture, or we are going to link the picture that we want that is in the images folder. So which picture are we going to take? Let us take the assets.jpg. Control S, the image will be displayed in your browser. But we also have another important thing that we need to write. We said two attributes are required for the image tag. The other one is the alt, or the alternate text. So we are going ahead and write alt, which is equals to alternate. And so in our alternate text, we are going to write it is an estate path, okay? The alt attribute, the required alt attribute, provides an alternate text for an image. If the user, for some reason, cannot view it because of slow connection or an error in the source attribute, or if the user uses a screen reader, the value of the alt attribute should describe the image so that you'll be able to understand what the image was talking about, even if you're not able to see it at the moment. Okay? Another thing we'll look at is the image size. Let us look at image size, and we are going to look at the image size with width and height. You can use the style attribute to specify the width and height of an image. Okay, let us go ahead and have an example here. We say image, and our image source equals to, we go back to our folder, our images folder with a backslash, and let us have this image girl. We are going to also have the alternate text, the alternate text. And what are we going to write? Let us say she's a girl in a jacket. A girl in a jacket. That is an alternate text. A girl in a jacket. When that is done, we are also going to give it the width and also the height. We want now to give this image that we have here, we give it the width that we want and also the height that we want. We come here and we go to style, and it says style equals to width full colon, we want 500 pixels, and we want height, we want the height to be 600 pixels. 600 pixels, and we close. The next thing we are going to look at is HTML background image. To add a background image on an HTML element, use the HTML style attribute and the CSS background image property. Add a background image on an HTML element. Let us go ahead and comment these images we have here. Let us write background. Our style is background, and then background image URL full colon, and then we are going to use single quotes because outside we have double quotes. We are going to use single quotes, and then we say images. We are going in our images folder and write image girl. Let us use the image girl and close, and we are going to insert a text inside so that we can see the effect that the background image is going to bring on our text. I will copy a text and I'll paste it here. Go ahead and type this text, and when you're done, you will see that now we have our text and we have our background image. Okay, we have done a background image on a HTML element. Remember, this is a background image on a HTML element, a specific element, that is the paragraph element. That is where we have placed our background image. We can have a background image on a page. Okay, if you want the entire page, like now the whole of this page, if we want it to have a background image, you must specify the background image on the body element. How to add a background image for the entire page? For an entire page, we will go to our style.css, and we are going to write body and open and closing parentheses and say body. I'm repeating body, and then we say background image. We want background image, and the path, the URL path, you're going to use single quotes, and we go to our images folder, then // and then let us use the image girl, and there you have it. Now our body or our page now has the background of a girl with a jacket. Okay, if the background image is smaller than the element, the image will repeat itself horizontally and vertically until it reaches the end of the element. There's another way we can do it so that we can avoid the image from repeating itself. We can set the background repeat property to no repeat. You come back to our styling where we are styling our page, our background image page. We come here and write background repeat, and we say background repeat. We tell it no repeat. Okay, just have one background and do not repeat yourself. So there we have it. We have now a girl with a jacket. If you want the background image to cover the entire element, you can set the background size property to cover. Okay, let us look at this background cover. Set the background attachment property to fixed. Okay, the background property to fixed. This way, the background image will cover the entire element with no stretching. The image will keep its original portions. So we are going to write our background attachment. Here, you click on it. Our background attachment, we want it fixed. Okay, and then let us go ahead and say background size equals to what? Equals to cover. you'll be able now to see that the image has covered the whole page as the background image. The next thing we are going to look at is what we call the picture element. The HTML picture element allows you to display different pictures for different devices or screen sizes. Okay? Now, the HTML picture element gives web developers more flexibility in specifying image resources. The picture element contains one or more sources elements, each referring to different images through the source set attribute. This way, the browser can choose the image that best fits the current view and or device. Each source element has a media attribute that defines when the image is the most suitable. And in our text, I'm going to insert right picture for a media source that is of width 650 pixels. We want it to display this image. We want it to display this image. This image, where is our image? You say images / img underscore food.jpg. We'll also say, let us copy this, in say 460, 460 and 65 pixels. We want it to display the image car.jpg. The other one is you want the default one will be image source of those two, and then we're going to have the default will be image source equals to the images / our image girl.jpg, like that. So we are saying if the image or if our media is 650 pixels, then give us the image of the food image. Okay, if 465, then let us see the car image. Let us demonstrate this. If I bring it down, we're going to have the car image. Resize the browser to see different versions of the picture loading at different viewport sizes. The browser looks for the first source element where the media query matches the user's current viewport width, and then fetches the image specified in the source set attribute. Okay, in the source set attribute. The image element is required as the last shell tag of the picture declaration block. The image element is used to provide backward compatibility for browsers that do not support the picture element or if none of the source tags matched. Okay, this one here, we are saying if it didn't match either the first one or the second one, then display the third picture. Okay, all right. The other thing we are going to look at is what we call HTML favicon. Is a small image displayed next to the page title in the browser tag. This one here, the browser tag, is what we call favicon. You can use any image you like as your favicon. You can also create your own favicon on site like favicon.cc. To add a favicon to your website, either save your favicon image to the root directory of your web server or create a folder in the root directory called images and save your favicon image in this folder. A common name for a favicon image is favicon.ico. Next, add a link element to your index.html file after the title element. Here, let us add a link. Say a link. Our link, we are saying it is an icon of type equals to image slash x icon of this link. We are going to get it as images slash this. We have our .ico icon and we close. And now our link here, our href link, we go to images and then our image, our favicon image, and it is displayed at the top of our page. You can see now that your browser has displayed your favicon image to the left of the page title. Okay, today we have come to the end of our lesson and we have discussed a few things in this session today. Go ahead and practice what we've learned about images, on how to style them, how to give them image width, image height, how to give them alternate text, and also go ahead and practice what we've learned from day 1 to day 3. With so doing, you'll continue practicing and you're going to get better and better in coding. Okay, I'll see you in the next video, and please don't forget to subscribe, to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when our next video will be coming. So have a nice time and thank you for watching this tutorial.